we talked about the search version. I want to go into a little bit more detail. The NRS right here is listed as my search version. You also notice that it's right here under the command line. That very first version is my search version. That second one is my search results. My last search I conducted was using the NAU. That's what are the search results in the search results list. Okay, so the first version is what my search version is. So if I double click in the NRS, okay, now I just have one. That means the NRS is my search version, and the search results that are here are in the NRS. So if I go to and I double click on a Greek word, okay, so now the BGT is my search. So that changes my search version as well as the search results. Okay. Now anything I'm going to do on the command line is not going to be in Greek, because that's my search version. So if I try to search on an English word, it's not going to work. I guess we would say this, there's one search version and multiple display versions. So there's only ever going to be one search version here in the command line. Okay? I'm not going to be searching on both Greek and Hebrew and English and Latin and French all at the same time. You can't do it. Not in the command line. I can only search on one of those at one time. So in this case, since the Greek text is my search version, I can search in Greek. But in the browse window, I can display as many of these texts as I wish. I can go down through actually my whole list of them here, and I can display every single one of these in the browse window. Keep that in mind. There's a difference between your search version and your display versions. And your search version is what's going to govern the activity here in the command line. Okay. I want to show also on the, yes, go ahead, sir.
If you're trying to search for a Greek word and you don't know a verse right off the top of your head that has it in it, but you're I've got to try to find this word. Can you do a transliteration? Will it find a transliteration in the Greek? You have to do the Greek.
The typing in Greek is pretty intuitive here.
Okay.
It's not like in typing in Unicode or something like that, like on you're in Google or some of the Bible programs where you have to switch a keyboard.
Right.
You have to know different letters.
Exactly.
It's not like that here. It's almost like typing in a transliteration.
Okay.
Which we'll see that when we come to typing on the command line in Greek and Hebrew. So, yeah, good question. Yeah, it's actually pretty straightforward for English speakers. Now we want to do a bit of searching. Let's start with English, and then I'll describe some things with Greek and Hebrew. There's a few different rules for that, just by the way, the nature of those texts. For searches, you have essentially three types of searches. Your most common one is going to be what's called an AND search. I want to search for this word and that word. You also have an OR search, with this word or that word, and you have a phrase search. Those are the three common searches you're going to do. The AND search by far is going to be the most common, and I'll show you why here. In order to have the AND search, if you have the code insertion buttons on, you'll see the first one is a period. That is an AND search. If I click that, it adds the period in there. Or you can just type a period, either way. That tells the BibleWorks command line, now I'm conducting a search. I'm not trying to add a Bible version. I'm not trying to display a Bible text, a Bible verse. I now want to conduct a search. So since I'm in the NRS, which is an English text, I have to type in English. So I'm going to type the word hope. And I'm going to hit enter. And now I've found all of the places where the word hope appears in the NRS. Now if I want to type Greek, I'm going to type a period. And I'm going to type agapao. Uh-oh, it just turned red. And it's not in Greek. Why is that?
Because you don't have a Greek search version.
Not a Greek search version. You have to have a different search version. That's why search version is so important. BibleWorks knows that if you have an English text as your search version, you're searching for English words. If you have a Greek text as your search version, you're searching for Greek words, etc., all the way for all the different languages. So, now I'm going to clear it once again. The red, by the way, on the command line tells me that that word does not appear in that version. There's no English word A-G-A-P-W. There's no such English word. Okay? So, at least not in that version. Say. Okay. So I'm going to hit my escape key and clear it out. Okay. So if I want to type in Greek, I'm going to have to switch to a Greek version. So that's the and search. Even though I'm only searching on a single word, I have to put that period in there to tell BibleWorks command line that I'm conducting a search. So even though I'm only searching one word, the and doesn't really mean anything. I'm searching for hope and nothing. I still have to put that in there. But now if I want to do an or search, I can type the / and I'm going to do for hope and love. It's this word or that word, and hit enter. So here I have lots of occurrences, the word love. We can scroll down here. Oh, there's some occurrences of hope. So that you can find either or. So sometimes you're going to want to conduct a search like that. And your last one then is the single quote mark. That indicates this is a phrase search. Now these words have to be in the exact order. The and search and the or search, you can put them in any order, it doesn't make any difference. But the phrase search has to be in the exact order you want. So for example, kingdom of God. And by the way, you're not going to use capital letters in here. This is going to find lowercase and uppercase. It doesn't make any difference. You don't have to capitalize anything. And hit enter. And here you have all the hits for the phrase, kingdom of God. You're not going to find any verses that have the word kingdom and the word God and the word of in various different orders. This is a phrase search. It's only that exact phrase. Okay. By the way, I didn't mention the and search. We have the period, you have hope and love. These are only going to give you the verses that have both words, because it's an and search. That's different than the or search, which can have one or the other, or both. An or search can have both also.
So what you're saying is you can only individually put in these particular search mechanisms. If you put .hope and then you put like / or and then you put the little the single quote mark and then word, would it pull up like all of those at the same time if you put them?
There are ways you can do some things like that. Having an and an or search, I don't know if that'll fit in there as well, but yes, you can. There are some command line search examples that do that very thing. Because you may want to find, like say, hope or love and the phrase kingdom of God. And there are ways to do that using, notice these code insertion buttons, you have things like parentheses and brackets and braces and what's called wildcards, things like that. Yeah, there's lots of things you can do. It's extremely powerful.
Configure it different ways.
But don't want to get too far ahead of us though. But yes, you're on the right track. Yes, you can do those things, yes. I'm going to open up the command line examples and show you here. Okay, this one here, for example, right here in the center, this King James, you have in quote, it's the or search, Paul and Saul, and the word Barnabas. So you want to find out wherever Paul or Saul and Barnabas appears. You can do that. Nice. So there's lots of different things here that you can do.